I'm Hannah. This is my final video presentation for Computer Literacy 101 on modules 8 through 14. So app development, chapter 8 went over the phases of developing an app, which are 5 phases: planning, analysis, design, implementation, and support and security. This chapter also covers legal aspects of selling apps once you are done developing it, including licensing, piracy, and copyright. So piracy is the legal copying of digital materials, or the illegal, not legal. And this is very important because when you don't purchase an app, the developer does not get paid, which affects the pricing and availability of apps. So, but not all apps require a purchase. There's some free apps available for use that are free. HTML is a collection of symbols that specify the contents of a web page. CSS specifies the format and appearance of that content, and then JavaScript is a language to create a script that controls a web page's behavior. So another important part of this chapter is website analytics. Website analytics provides a set of measurements to understand how people use your website. Different measurements on number of visitors, geographic location of visitors, what link brought them to your website, which pages are visited most, and what devices were used. So having this kind of information can help you decide how to organize information and content on your website. It helps you identify where to spend marketing funds and can help you know when to increase bandwidth. So Module 10 was on networking. This chapter goes over the physical parts of a network, like wires, cables, routers, the things that you see that you might have to purchase to make your network work. It also goes over wireless networks. Wireless networks would be like Bluetooth, NFC, IRDA. And these are just a few examples. I just picked ones that were pretty commonly used that you might use in like your everyday life, or you probably do. Bluetooth is devices communicating with each other over a short range, approximately about 30 feet. And NFC, which stands for Near Field Communication, is used by credit cards, smartphones, and event service tickets for close range communication. And IRDA is what is used by remote controls and other data transmission in short proximity. So digital communication, module 11. Digital communication is the transmittal of data, instructions, or information from one computer or mobile device to another. There are many ways to communicate digitally: emails, blogs, wiki, podcast, webinars, social media, and the list just kind of goes on for a while. But there are a lot of different ways to communicate and many different steps to follow when doing these different types of communication. But one of the most important things to always keep in mind, no matter what form of communication you're doing, is netiquette, which netiquette is the rules of internet etiquette. So making poor decisions in digital communication can have very negative results. So when communicating online, avoid making rude comments or sharing inappropriate photos, any personal information, or spreading any kind of false information on the internet, as this can have really harsh repercussions for you. So Module 12 was on digital transformation. This chapter mainly talks about how technology is advancing in businesses, schools, and even private homes are integrating new technology into their everyday life. Um, Two types of these technologies that are becoming very big recently would be cloud technology and AI. So, cloud refers to the delivery of on-demand computing services like servers. Storage is a really big one. It's used for databases and software. AI stands for artificial intelligence, which is a system designed to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. Um, Both of these technologies can be provided for a fee sometimes. So clouds, a lot of commonly used clouds are software as a service or SaaS. Software as a service is software distributed online for a monthly or annual fee. Examples of software as a service clouds would be Google Docs, Box, or Zoom. And then other big just cloud providers that are really commonly used would be Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud platforms. A couple examples of just AI that you probably have used before, maybe like a couple times a week, every day, would be ChatGPT, which is like one of the biggest ones right now, Google Gemini, and Microsoft Copilot. Module 13 was on databases. Um, This chapter introduces the concept of a database and focuses on their importance and includes key database terms. So there are a lot of advantages to using a database as compared to, say, like a spreadsheet. So for example, databases can show relationships between tables, update data efficiently, validate data as it's added. It can handle a large quantity of data and share data with other users. So one thing in this chapter that stood out to me as important was how to secure a database. Um, so database security is a really critical issue for companies who store highly sensitive and valuable data in their databases, as there are a lot of big companies that store very sensitive information about a lot of people, like medical records, social security numbers, credit cards. So a data breach can be very costly in terms of negative media exposure or even government fines. Um, a really simple security practice is the principle of least privilege. So the principle of least privilege says that each user should only be given um, the minimum access privileges required to do their job, such as the ability to view data but not change or delete it in any way. So the last chapter of this presentation is Module 14, Digital Ethics and Lifestyles. So digital ethics is the set of legal and moral guidelines that govern the use of technology. Um, and there's different strategies used to promote a healthy digital lifestyle. And digital lifestyle, it seems pretty important to me just because it's useful in everyday life. And so one of the big things that it just starts with is the basics is digital literacy, including, having a current knowledge and understanding of technology. It also that uh, it can have physical effects on your body, like technology can, like text neck, which is tightness in neck from looking down at your phone, and eye strain, itchy, sore, dry eyes, or headaches from looking at devices too long. But to reduce these physical effects, hourly breaks, correct posture, don't text and walk, and reduce being sedentary. Technology though can also have psychological effects on you. So it can cause increased anxiety when away from your device, hinder development of social skills, and can even result in lower quality of life overall. So with all of the positive and negatives of technology that I've been discussing in this presentation, it is important to remember to use technology only in moderation. When using it, take frequent breaks, and once in a while, take a longer period of time away from technology as a detox to protect your mental and physical health. In this class, I learned a lot of useful things that I think I can use in my everyday life. I think the stuff that I've learned in here will be useful even if I don't pursue any kind of career in technology, and I'm very happy I took the class. Thank you.